Okay, we're going to go back to 2002, so still within living memory. And 2002, a film called Anita and Me. And this is based on the book of the same name by Meera Syal. It's an autobiographical story about how Meera grew up as an Indian girl in the UK. And the film stars some quite significant names. Kathy Burke, who does quite a hilarious part in this. Sanjeev Bhaskar is one of the lead actors in here. Meera Syal actually takes a part as her own auntie, in effect. Lynn Redgrave, Mark Williams, who you may know from The Fast Show, and which was nice, and Omid Jalili stars in this. But Omid Jalili is not at all Indian. He's British-Iranian, but, never mind. And Meena Kumar is the central person in this film. Meena Kumar is this young 12-year-old girl growing up in the Black Country, up near Birmingham, if you don't know that, in 1972. And her family are Punjabi, but the mining village that they live in is largely white. Now, Anita, another girl, is a blonde 14-year-old girl in the village who Meena initially really wants to be friends with. She kind of idolises her. She's tall, blonde. Sure enough, she soon becomes best friends with her. So, they hang around as best friends after a while. And that's the duration of this summer, 1972. Meena is intelligent and she's a good academic performer. With an interest in literate expression and writing. And she intends to become a writer when she grows up. Anita, by contrast, is not academic at all. But she's a lot more street smart. Now, at one point in the film, Meena's grandmother arrives from India to stay for some time, and Meena can only speak English. She's grown up in England. She can only speak English, but Nanima, which is her grandmother, tells her stories of India, and in doing so teaches her some Punjabi. Nanima actually speaks English very well, but she just chooses not to. She actually speaks 4 languages. The music of the summer of 1972 features very strongly in this film. The whole film has been colour graded to look quite summery, but also yellowish and warm in atmosphere, as if we're seeing some old cine film shot back then that wasn't bleach fixed properly and hasn't aged particularly well. So it's been colour graded with an atmosphere. It's a very good film. It's actually, I must own up, it's one of my favourite films, but this is just from a self-indulgent personal point of view. It has a lot of resonances with my life. I'm not a girl, I'm not Indian, but my mother is Mauritian, and so it has a lot of resonances with what it's like to not be English growing up in England, and also in 1972 when the chart music was superb, really, really, really rocking. And there's a lot of parallels with what it's like to not be purely English in a country that really expects everyone to be exactly the same. So I really like this film. It's one of my favourite films, and I'll just sit and watch it and veg out over and over and over again. Anita and Me, 2002.